大家好，我是老潘。今天的 video 是由我的侄女 Cassandra 用英文讲解，和大家分享做南洋风味焦糖咖呀。谢谢 Cassandra。
Hey everyone, my name is Cassandra. Thanks for my uncle, Lao Pan, to have me here using English to talk about how to make kaya. So first thing first, let's start off with the ingredients. The first thing on the ingredient list is the custard sugar. So here we are using 250 grams in total of the custard sugar. We want to separate them into 200 grams in one bowl and 50 grams in one bowl. The next thing on the ingredient list is coconut cream. So it's 250 milliliters for the coconut cream. And I know some people have said about how they couldn't find exactly 250 milliliters of coconut cream in the grocery shop. So we recommend just finding 200 milliliters and also 60 milliliters of the cream together, so you don't waste them when you open up your coconut cream. So the third thing that you need for this kaya is eggs. Here we have 5 eggs in total. We want to use a carton, the eggs from a carton of minimum 700 grams of egg. And well, it could also be called the B grade egg. And the last thing, last but not least, is pandan leaf. So we want 3 pieces of pandan leaf in preparation. That's it for the ingredients. Okay, let's get started to make the kaya. First thing first, you need to have the eggs, the 5 eggs here, and the 200 grams of custard sugar. So pour in your custard sugar into your egg. And then mix it. So you don't beat it, but you mix all of these 2 ingredients together. We do not want to make any air bubbles, too many of the air bubbles in this mixture. So just keep mixing them together until the whole thing combines well with each other. So the end product for this mixture should look like this. So after mixing the eggs and the sugar together, we'll come over to the stove here. So take your 50 grams of custard sugar and also your 250 milliliters of coconut cream. Turn on the fire to low heat. And pour in your 50 grams of custard sugar. What you'll need to do here is to caramelize, to melt the sugar so it caramelizes. So we will recommend not using a spoon here because the whole mixture might stick onto the spoon. So just swirl your pot. The melting of sugar process will take around 2 minutes, and when you see that it's starting to melt, gently swirl the pot. And another important thing for this step is that the fire must be on low heat. So you see here, it's really melting here and it's turning brownish. We want the color to be golden brown. So it really depends on your personal taste. If you want your kaya to be a bit more bitter, then you have to wait for it to be a bit more burnt. And here we would be doing a golden brown caramelize our sugar. And here you can see the sugar almost, melting finish melting, sorry. And we want to avoid it to bubble. So make sure the color turns into a light brown, golden brown. Swirl it. Take it off the heat if you need to avoid it bubbling. And here, you stop and transfer it over to somewhere without the heat. The next thing is to put in your coconut cream. This step, you have to be really careful because you don't want to pour the whole thing all together. So pour a bit of the coconut cream, start swirling it. Stir. Pour in with a bit, stir it. This step is to avoid the sugar to clump together. Pour in some more. So it's about 1/3 of the coconut cream that you pour slowly into it. And once the mixture is a bit more cooled down like this, you can pour in the whole thing. And mix them well together. And what you get here is a very light brown mixture, very light brown. And transfer it over. This is all for the step. And the next thing, then you use a sift, put it here, grab your mixture of eggs and sugar, pour it into the coconut cream and sugar mixture. So this is just about done. If you left the remainings, just transfer it over. You wouldn't need this. Do a bit of mixing here again. And you want to transfer this whole thing again into another bowl, and this time also sift it again. This whole process is to make sure that your kaya is smooth and get that good texture. And that's it. Look at this. So with the mixture here, take your 3 pieces of pandan leaf and tie them into a knot. And place it into your mixture, like this. So transferring again to the stove, here we want to make sure we have a water boil. Then prepare a piece of cloth, put it into your pot, pour in your boiling water. Turn on the fire and make sure it's on low heat. You want your water bath to be about 80 degrees Celsius here. And at this time, put in your mixture. And you need to start mixing. This whole process takes about 45 minutes to an hour. You have to constantly stir it so it doesn't burn. This is key to your kaya, the success of your kaya. This whole process takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and you need to constantly stir it. And again, emphasizing on low heat. Just make sure you do not stop with the stirring. We'll come back in 15 minutes to show you the texture. So it is now 15 minutes. As you can see, the color has darkened. And one tip here, you stir only one direction. You do not stir in both clockwise and anti-clockwise. Make sure that the water here, for the water bath, it doesn't boil heavily. Just small bubbles will do. If it really boils over, turn down the heat again. So right now, it has been 50 minutes, and come here, take a look. And as you can see, the texture has thickened now, and it is turned into the dark brown color. So at this time, you can turn off your heat and transfer it out. So transferring it over, and you take out your pandan leaves. Take a container and you can transfer. So this is the end product. Look at this. Look at this consistency, the texture. Let's ask Lao Pan to come back in to take a taste test.
Hello.
What do you think?
Thank you, Cassandra. Let me taste.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful. Texture
I
is
know.
right. Okay.
What do you think? Good?
2 thumbs up.
Oh,
Very good.
thank you so
Very
much. Tastes like home. And that's it. That's our Kaya episode.
Thank you.
花喜酒后. So last thing to add, as you can see right now, the Kaya has been cooled down. So it is, the texture itself, it's more thick. But when it's warmer, it will be runny. So don't panic if you don't see the texture to be thickened. When it's cooler, it will be like this. So once it's been cooled down, you can store it into your refrigerator and it will be good for another week or so with probably 2 loaves of bread. That's all. Thank you.